What up?
Hey guys.
We are back, and today we are, we've been asking some big philosophical questions in our last two podcasts about the end of the world. So we want to talk about another scenario. We're calling it the desert island scenario. And kind of like the end of the world scenario, I feel like if you've been around somebody long enough, this conversation has come up. Would you agree, Gabrielle?
We've never talked about this.
Really?
No.
Well, we are now. So the question today is, what are the 3 items you would bring with you if you're stranded on a desert island?
See, I feel like this comes up if you've ever attended a class with anyone.
Oh,
like
fair
if
enough.
if you went to school with somebody, then this came up. You know what I mean?
That's
but
true.
because it's such a great icebreaker question.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Or a classroom thing, yeah.
Yeah. Now, we are giving ourselves some help here.
Yeah.
This is primarily for us in this scenario and for our listeners. Because we realize that when you do this type of question, there are some super obvious answers that are that any sane person would probably choose.
Yeah.
One of them would be, and this is kind of the assumption, is that you just can't get a cell phone to call off the island, for the record.
Yes.
But we're going to say that we have the means to make fire, so it'd be like a ferro rod, a machete, and a pot. Because those are kind of the 3 things that, in many real ways, that are pretty common sense. There are a couple others, but those, we're going to end up choosing those. So we're giving ourselves those 3 so that way we can make this more interesting with more interesting other items.
Okay.
Because those would be oh, I've chosen to make fire. That's super interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, super creative.
So we get to choose 3 things.
3 items? Do you want to do it snake draft style?
Yes.
So you go me, you, me.
Yes.
Yep.
But my question is, so are we by ourselves on this island?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
You are completely...
Oh gosh, that's so bad. That's a nightmare.
It is a challenging aspect.
Okay. So can one of your items be people?
No.
Oh no.
It's an item.
Oh no.
You are stranded alone.
This is my nightmare.
I know.
I feel like this is good. You would enjoy it.
I would miss you terribly.
Uh-huh.
It would not be the end of my life.
See, and I'm thinking it could be the end of my life.
Well, I mean, it could be the end of my life too. I'm just saying the scenario is not the worst scenario in the world to me.
Oh gosh, it's isolation. It's terrible. It is a terrible. Oh gosh.
You say isolation. I view solitude.
Oh.
2 different words, very different meanings in this scenario.
All right. Oh wow, I don't even know where to go with it. Okay, so you get 3 items. Okay, do you know your first item? I'm still floundering with the fact that I'm going to be by myself.
I could go with the first item if you want.
Okay.
Now, Hannah, I do want to clarify. Do we want to say it is a tropical island?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. What other kind of islands are there?
Well, I mean, theoretically, you could be on, Vancouver Island off of Canada where it's cold. So let's go tropical.
Let's go tropical.
Now, I guess, we could make it so an item could be a person if you want. Do you want to amend that?
No.
Okay. So in this, we have a pot. We have a means to make fire, and we have a machete. I think, because this actually, those would be among my first 3 items.
Yeah.
I would have to go.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Oh gosh. I would have to say it would be a water filtration type of kit.
Oh wow, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that would be... I'm going to go with obvious because, yet again, I know how dangerous, drinking bad water could be.
Yeah.
I've never had, first-hand real experience aside from a terrible time in Guatemala. But I do know, okay, that is such an easy way that you could die or get... Actually, no, I'm going to retract that. I'm taking that back.
Yeah, because you can boil the water.
I could boil the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here. Yeah, I'm gonna retract my item. Yeah, I could boil the water. That's the way. That's the means that I would go.
Yeah.
I would have to say, tarps.
Okay.
Because this would give one. I feel very practical. Can be used in a lot of ways. Shelter. Even though you can build a shelter out of things.
Yeah.
The obvious best option would be that, but it also could be used to help hold more water to provide things like that, but really weatherproofing a structure. So I would say a tarp.
Okay.
What would you go, Gabs?
All right, I'm gonna go with a really good first aid kit.
Ooh, I like that. Talk
Yeah.
about that here.
Like a really good one. So, like the deluxe
Yeah.
first aid kit. Am I allowed? Actually, no, I might not be allowed to have a first aid kit because it's one. I want
Yeah, I would
this
count
to be
that.
my one item.
I would count
Does
that.
count?
I would say it would just be like bow and arrows. I would count them together here.
All right, so I guess as good as I'm allowed to have of my first aid kit, like
You can
whatever
choose
it's
whatever
allowed
you
to
want.
have in it, I would want it to have like the, antibacterial stuff, like, not what is the hand sanitizer? Not that.
No,
I'm talking
just.
about, like Neosporin and stuff like that.
What I'm laughing at is Gabby loves this type of like sanitizing. It would last a month. you would never be able to ration the supply.
No. It would not last a month. Neosporin would last a long time.
Not at the rate with you're walking in the woods gathering things. I think this would be gone in a month.
Oh my gosh. Well, it also has like Band-Aids and like gauze and tape.
It'd be gone in a month.
All those types of things. And medicine, Adam, it has ibuprofen.
Oh, I mean, I'd use that up in the first
Well,
week.
you would use that. I wouldn't use that up in the first week.
Yeah,
it would
yeah.
be expired before I used
So
it up.
the Neosporin would never never be used up in my scenario. The ibuprofen would be gone in a week. It'd be opposite for Gabby in a heartbeat.
It's true. Yeah, so I would go with the first aid kit. I think that would give me a sense of like peace because it would also have like anti-itch cream and stuff. Like if I get something. Like it would have like if I'm like allergic to something, it would have Benadryl, like one of those like shots that go into your thigh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have that kind of stuff in it.
I love it.
Okay, what's your next one? Do you know?
This is really tough because I eliminated my 3 easiest options.
I know.
Do you have a second one that you're ready to go with?
Let me think.
Okay, I think I've got one in here.
Oh, you do?
I would probably say that for the next round of what I would go with in this like desert like island like scenario, I think I would go with like a Hawaiian sling for fishing.
Really good fishing equipment.
Because now my debate was whether or not can I build something. I think this would really take up my ability to fish.
Yeah.
But the reason I would choose fishing, even though I don't like fish that much, I think one I'd learn to like it in a hungry scenario. I'm not like anti-fish. I just don't eat it really.
Yeah.
But I think it's way easier to have success if you're surrounded by fishing opportunities than it is hunting in this scenario.
Yeah.
So I think like even though it would be like I would prefer to have success at hunting, I think that would be I think the odds of success are far greater with fishing in this than hunting. So I would
totally.
So I would lean on that side. And then if I'm trying to hunt, I can manufacture a spear of some kind. In reality, I don't know if I would do well enough with a bow and arrow in that time frame.
Oh my gosh.
So I think I feel like I'd have far more consistent success, and then I could try to figure out the more rare scenarios of getting something else than the vice versa.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Okay. So. Oh wow. I feel like my next one is so ridiculous, but I just can't seem to move past it. I feel like my second is going to be a gun.
Okay.
And I know it's such a waste though, because like you have a limited amount of ammunition.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff, but I just feel like if I'm encountering like a huge danger, I'm not going to survive with a knife.
Okay.
So I feel like I want a gun.
You would have a machete in this scenario.
With the machete,
okay.
I would not survive. Like that's hand-to-hand combat. You know what I mean?
What danger would you be encountering that you would need the gun?
Well, like a wolf.
I don't think they're native to like tropical islands.
No, you never know. I'm thinking of Lost when they saw a polar bear.
Yet again, not native.
Here's the thing: if I'm isolated on this island, no one knows what this island has. It could have a bear that wants to kill me.
Not native to any tropical. It could have a shark
that walks out of the water and wants to kill me. I don't want to die that way. I feel like I need the gun.
Okay.
I know. It's crazy. It seems like a waste, but I feel like I must do it. And I wouldn't get any fishing equipment because the reality is
you're not going in the ocean. Yeah, you're not going in the ocean.
No.
Yeah, I know exactly.
I'll eat like if anything washes up, or I find some coconuts.
Okay.
But I'm not fishing in that ocean.
Okay, I respect that. Fair enough.
Okay, what's your third item?
I think. So I want to preface. I was very seriously considering a drum of some kind, not like
I was considering a guitar, Adam.
Oh no, not musical drum. I'm sorry, like a 55-gallon water drum type of thing for storage. No, I would never bring. I would never bring an instrument on this. Much like Ron Swanson, what would you choose when Ann Perkins asked him, what would you choose on a desert island?
Yeah.
Solitude. It would be no. I think I would choose. Now I know we can't escape, so I want to throw this out here.
Okay.
But I would choose a.
Are you getting a boat?
I would choose. Yeah, like a. I don't know. Like the raft when we were on our honeymoon. That little like the one with the sail type thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there would be a huge one for fishing, but also for mobility around the island. So that way, hey, like, can I scout out different opportunities where would be the right? I feel like that would be a huge advantage.
Brilliant.
And also just going with like, I've watched Alone, so the survival show. I feel like there's a level of skill with an actually well-built and professionally built boat that would create so much more ease than anything I could do on an individual basis, even from Survivor. Like, you're just not building to a comparable scale.
Oh yeah.
Or at least it would take years to get there, and I don't know if I ever could. I doubt I actually could create that scale.
Oh yeah.
So I think that would be, especially for fishing, I think that would create the best opportunity for me.
Wow.
What do you think, babe?
All right. So then, can I get like a house?
I think you could choose a shelter of some kind, maybe like
or an RV.
I guess, yeah. Remember, you would not be able to charge it with power, though.
No.
Well, I guess unless you chose one with solar panels on top.
A solar-powered RV. Is that a thing?
That is. I mean, maybe a tiny house would be the better one. A solar-powered tiny house.
Solar-powered tiny house. Yeah, because at the end of the day, the RV. Am I really going to drive it?
You can't. You are on a beach with woods all around you. So you could drive it on the coastline until you run out of gas.
Yeah.
Very limited options.
I want a solar-paneled tiny house.
I like it.
Yes. Because at the end of the day, I need shelter. And I was thinking of a tent, but I'm like, well, if it counts as one thing, do a house.
Yeah.
Even though in reality, I'm not really that safe anyway. Because if something comes to kill me in that tiny house,
I don't think anything is like.
Do it.
I don't think in this scenario anything is really targeting to kill you aside from the normal natures of like
nature.
I think we just see this differently.
I see this and I see many things trying to kill me. And you see this and you see just the opportunity to adventure on an island, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's the natural threat of death around you per se.
I guess.
But I don't see this as like the I don't see anything.
I just keep thinking of Lost. Like, they thought they were stranded on that island, but they were not. There were people there that were trying to kill them.
Well, they were stranded on an island.
Okay, they thought they were stranded alone on the island. And that's where I just think, you don't know that you're alone.
I hope I'm not alone. Maybe I could get off the island.
Right. I see. Yeah, I know. You want that, but then you also don't want anyone to come kill you. It's a real tricky thing.
Real tricksters.
So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go with, what was my first? Oh, the first aid. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
Well,
that's what we have.
Thank you for joining us in this scenario.
So please never anyone send us on this trip. I also think it took me so much to think of these items that, like, you know how you always think, the other thing that people always think is, if your house was burning, what 3 items would you grab? Right? And I always think, how good are you in a crisis that you're really going to be able to grab 3 items?
I absolutely would be able to.
Really?
No doubt. I would grab my bag. That's all I need.
Wow, Adam, that's
I would grab my bag. Actually, I try to take our safe because it has our tax documents in it. Super important.
Oh, wow, that'd be great.
Yeah.
You would have to direct me and tell me, Gabrielle, grab, ...
Gabby, just get out. Save yourself.
Because today we had a fire drill at school, and it was actually like a real one because they're doing construction, and they like hit something. So we were all like, wait, do we really have to leave? And we're like, oh, I guess we do. Like, nothing's happening on the walkie. So I left, and it was cold out, which I was not expecting. And I didn't even bring my phone, jacket. Like, I brought nothing. So I was like, wow, if something really happens in the building, I didn't bring anything. And I was standing right at my desk. Like, I could have brought my computer, my jacket, my phone. I didn't even bring my keys.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. So I
Very different world setups.
In that moment, I was just like, oh, I guess we have to leave. And I walked out with nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Fair enough.
It's good to know.
Well,
thank you guys.
Thank you for joining us. Please like. I see.
Okay.
And they're just slowing down.
Yeah.
Please like, comment, and subscribe in whatever platform you are. And please email us with ideas for podcasts, anything fun at howdoyousayyaros@gmail.com.
Yeah,
See you later.
buddy.